Terrorists strike not just at physical targets, but their real objective is to strike fear, to paralyze a society, and to tear it apart through mutual suspicion. Singapore has taken a firm stand and strong action against terrorism. At home, we have maintained strict vigilance and taken firm measures. We can no longer just wait for the threats to appear at our very doorstep before we act.
Singapore is a hard target for terrorist threats, but it can become an even more harder target if we, I guess, continue to be very diligent, both as citizens and businesses within the community.
We have specialized training and we got ourselves prepared. Even though our country may not have been hit by terrorist attacks, but there are signs of terrorism. If it comes, we will be ready for it.
It's critical for us to understand the threat scenario, how as NS men, as part of the fighting obat, what roles we actually play in this whole, I guess, total defense approach that Singapore takes. When NS men see a sense of purpose and they understand that, I guess the whole psychology of support, the whole psychology of knowing now this is the real stuff, lends a different weight altogether in the way we attend our ICTs, in the way we now conduct our training.
If something were to happen, yes, we will respond, the police will respond, the SF will also respond as quickly as we can. But the issue is who is up front. It is the civilians who will be up front. And prior to our arrival, it is important that civilians know what to do.
There are security agencies doing what they have to do to harden Singapore. But they can only do so much. If the general public understand that they also have got a role. For example, if they see something suspicious, something out of the ordinary taking place, it wouldn't hurt if they were to call the police, call somebody to investigate, to check.
Security is our topmost priority. Immigration and Checkpoint Authority is actually the first line of defense against terrorist threats as well as, SARS. A bit of inconvenience is inevitable because of the step-up checks that we have. The general public can do their part by being more understanding and more cooperative. All this ensures the safety and security of Singapore.
Businesses, especially those that are sensitive, those that are more vulnerable to such threats. I believe they have done quite a bit, but also to prepare for continuity in case something untoward should happen.
I guess it makes all sense for all businesses to look at contingencies, to look at how these possible scenarios will impact the business in one way or other. So, and I think the other perspective is that it sends a message of deterrence to any threat form that, as companies, we are prepared for any eventuality.
We as a company have had in place business continuity measures that have enabled us to continue to do business despite the huge impact that a 9/11 incident or the SARS epidemic would have. And we have been able to continue to do business throughout these particular incidents.
different threats, non-military threats, even threats coming from ourselves may threaten Singapore. So those are my concerns actually, threats coming from within Singapore.
So social cohesiveness amongst these ethnic groups is very important. To be able to get this cohesiveness, I think is one of the things that the grassroots will need to look at as to how we can create some kind of maybe interaction programs, to get everybody to be involved.
Frequent interaction fosters understanding, right? If we don't interact, we don't understand. If we don't understand, we are afraid. And when they're afraid, all kinds of imagination, all kinds of phobia comes about, right? So interracial misunderstanding sometimes comes about from there.
Everybody must work together to strive for a harmonious and multiracial country.
I think we need to share the space that we have, right? With our friends, our neighbors, we need to make conscious effort. If we don't watch each other's back, irrespective of race, then we open ourselves to outsiders, outside influencers, to come in and fight us, based on the things that we are ignorant about.
A large part of defense has got to do with psychology. Would a country be able to withstand an all-out war? Would it be able to pull itself together? How resilient is the country?
Being vigilant and able to take training seriously and conducting operations successfully is sending a strong signal to our aggressor not to take us lightly. We are deterrents because we are the hard target.
$4 million eyes and ears are, the most valuable thing that we in Singapore have to counteract terrorism.
In the event of any disaster or attack happening, you cannot panic and run away. You have to know what to do, be there and stand firm.
If you are prepared to fight, then the enemy will actually see, this is not an easy place to take over.
When the enemy should come, he will suddenly realize that he's meeting such a war of unity that he will forever be dissuaded for even targeting us anymore.
We have the right to survive, we have the right to progress, we have the right to exist. And I think that's what total defense is all about.
There may be ups and downs, successes and setbacks. But if we pull together, each of us playing our part, and making our contribution, we can come through stronger and more cohesive as a nation.